Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for August 29th, 2025. We've got Empires, Dark Ages, and that's it? Once again, we seem to be missing one of the expansions we were promised. This has come up kind of frequently lately. Yeah, today is Friday. It's supposed to be the 3 expansion day, but we've only got 2. So, all right. So we got Altar is the only trashing, so we're gonna want to get that, especially with Tomb. Bandit Fort as well. Fortunately, I don't think there's a whole lot of need for silver, but gold we might want because of encampment. Although, I mean, Overlord is a lot more expensive than encampment, but if the encampments don't run, playing Overlord as encampment is very nice. However, if the Overlords do run, if the encampments do run, then Overlord looks kind of bad. I guess if Bustling Village gets uncovered, it's not so bad. But like Overlord is Mystic or Settlers, Scavenger or Beggar, those are all ugh. Anyway, let's get back to the whole break down the kingdom thing. So yeah, speaking of encampment, that is the primary draw here. Settlers and Bustling Village can give you a little bit of draw. I mean, Bustling Village in particular, if it draws the Settlers, like that is actually as much draw as an encampment. It's just that it usually won't. So like in practice, it's not. But anyway, not a lot of draw. You know, the maxed out draw would be if you had 4 encampments in your deck and then 10 overlords that you could all play as the 5th encampment. I mean, that's obviously like ridiculous, but and your opponent would never like not take that last encampment, you know, in that situation. But anyway, and then plus actions, yeah, we've got an encampment, we've got Bustling Village. There's also just not that many terminals that we'd want to play anyway. Like pretty much just the Altar. I can see tactically playing Overlord as Scavenger. And maybe if you had a 4-3, I could see opening Scavenger. I'm not going to open Scavenger, but I could see doing it. And then yeah, so plus action's not that big of a deal, but there's plenty of it anyway. And then gains, we got the Altar, we've got Charm. And that's it. I mean, I guess there's like Fatum you could consider gains, but or Beggar, but yeah, this board's pretty sad. If Bandit Fort weren't here, then I could sort of see like, you know, maybe at some point you could try to do like a thing with Fatum, but when you're getting -2 point for each individual silver and only like 1 point for 3 silvers, obviously that's like completely not an option. So Fatum is just like, I mean, the only reason you would ever take a Fatum is if you just like want like a handful of silvers, which I think you don't. So yeah. Otherwise, and I think the goal is to just play as many encampments as possible, accumulate points with Plunder, trash cards with Altar, and then, you know, slowly score provinces, castles. Yeah, altogether pretty sad. So in terms of our opening, we do want to hit Altar. If we want to try to hit it within the first shuffle, I think the opening is Encampment Charm. That's still not like a particular, or maybe Encampment Mystic, I guess you could argue. Yeah, I guess that probably would actually be more likely. I don't I don't super want Mystic in the deck. Charm I'm like a little bit more okay with because at least it gives plus buy. So I probably would like compromise on it and say Encampment Charm. But the other option would be to go like Encampment Overlord and figure out we're not going to hit Altar or like whatever, but we can turn the deck over with Overlord having paid off our debt. Like Overlord is Scavenger, and then like kind of go from there. And then we've got like the Overlord, which is more flexible. We could also consider taking a Settlers instead of an Encampment, like with the reasoning just being that like, well, we'll get to keep the Settlers in the deck. But I don't think Settlers is particularly valuable here unless or until Bustling Village gets uncovered, because we're gonna end up like wanting to trash our coppers anyway, and there's no reliable way to set up Settlers to draw copper. Like you can, the one thing that you can do is do like Scavenger, top deck a card, and then like if you have plus actions already, you play as Settlers, and then you take one of the coppers that you discarded with the Scavenger. But you can do that once, right? Because the Scavenger top deck's one card. I mean, I suppose if you had multiple Scavengers, you could do it multiple times, but that's like really, we're not going to be doing that anytime soon if we do it at all. So I guess the other thing we could consider is just buy Overlord. Yes, Overlord is just not that good. Like, I mean, it's fine. Like we play it as Encampment, but early on, that isn't like it's fine. Yeah, I mean, if you compare Encampment Overlord to just Overlord, I guess like the Encampment, you're just gonna like fire off the Encampment and get a little bit of extra draw out of that, but like you're gonna have to pay off 2 extra debt in order to do it. That's arguably not even worth it. So I actually think it's either Overlord, just Overlord, or Encampment or Settlers and not Overlord. I think because we have the 2/5, I think I'm going to go with not Overlord. Do we go with the Mystic just to absolutely maximize our chances of hitting Altar? I think so. It's so sad, but okay, well, this gives us a very good chance to hit 6 next turn. Maybe we take a Settlers here? Nah. Okay, so we're guaranteed to have 2 coppers on top. We can actually keep this encampment if we want to. My naming copper, and then not playing the encampment. It's probably correct. I'd certainly argue for taking a gold at this point instead of the altar, because we have 2 encampments in the deck. But Oh, the bot already got Humble Castle? Okay. Alrighty. I guess we probably want a charm. And now do we take Overlord? The bot has 2 Overlords already. Like, there's definitely an argument that we should just grab the encampments and make its Overlords worse, rather than taking any of our own. We'll need to get a gold or a plunder, of course, but that's fine. Okay, so we have our overgrown estate down there. Yeah, it's overgrown estate copper. How do we feel about triggering a shuffle here? I mean, we only have a 50%. Well, we could choose to play the encampment first, and then we definitely trigger a shuffle. I don't think that makes a ton of sense. I guess I'm going to wish for the overgrown estate. I don't think I've ever seen this interface before. Ooh. Okay. All right. So the odds that we like these are the cards that we most want to trash with our altar, right? So if we trigger the shuffle now, we're probably not going to get to do that. We could just buy another encampment. Yeah. And 2 more. We do give the bot a shot to get a plunder. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we should go like encampment. Like the bot doesn't have a charm. It could hit like altar and then, but on the other hand, it has the 2 overlords. It did just get the altar and shuffle. I would prefer that the bot not get a plunder, but I think it's worth it. Oh, they just got an overlord. That's going to make it harder for them to. Okay. I think now we pretty much need to fire off those encampments. What did we have last turn in addition to the 3 coppers and the charm? Shit, I should have paid more attention to that. Was it overgrown estate? It must have been. That's unfortunate. Well, let's get some plunders. Dang it. We could take an Overlord here and it wouldn't cost us anything. I might rather just have the encampment, though, honestly. I think I would. I think... We're gonna have 3 plunders if we just, like, stop here, alter for plunder. So we'll have at least won the split there. And then we can keep this encampment. I think I'm okay with that. Take a settlers, I guess. All right. 3 plunders in those 13 cards. You play the Mystic now. Okay, now we have 3 plunders and 12 cards. Honestly, I don't think it's worth playing the encampment. And I think I might actually take a gold here. We want 1 more charm. Just really want to keep these encampments. We could also literally just take a settlers and be like, yeah, we don't really want the stop card. Honestly, I think I'd rather do that. But yeah, I'll take 1 gold. And we have 4 encampment keeping cards in our deck. Maybe we'll trash the gold later when we've got gotten through more of the stuff. Okay, so triggering the shuffle here looks okay because we have an encampment and a gold in there. Or not. I wonder if we should just take another altar. I mean, certainly we could also just take like a province or something. But there is Tomb. We've got a lot of crap to get through. Let's take another altar. That is our altar. We want to trigger this shuffle. They're just going ham with the overlords. I do not understand. It's like not... it's not good. In order to get the copper, we need to play the settlers and not trigger the shuffle with the mystic. I mean, we make 1 encampment miss the shuffle, but we also make some stop cards miss the shuffle. And we know that we have, you know, 3 encampments and 3 plunders and all that shit. So I think I will trigger the shuffle. So now we have 4. Yeah, I'm still not playing the encampment. All right, maybe we take 1 more charm. And I guess a couple of more settlers. Eventually, this is going to turn into some draw for us with the bustling villages, so, you know. And we're accumulating VP chips. We just take settlers bustling village? I guess so. I think that actually might make their overlords worse. Oh, they set aside an encampment. That's nice of them. Do we even bother to play this encampment? Probably not. Just take a bustling village and an encampment. You can't, like, look through your discard pile here, right? Because, like, this is telling me, like, hey, you have settlers. Oh, I guess the settlers is on top. It was telling me I had copper before. Like, this would, like, not sure if... Like, technically it should be doing that. We do have an altar down there. I would very much like to see it. Ah. Okay, well, we could just double province at this point. Could also take this last bustling village. It makes their overlords worse, but it also makes our altars worse. I think I'm gonna take it. Wait, what? Did it just do what I think it did? Mystic, revealing Overlord, and then Mystic. And it, yeah. What? I guess, but you weren't going to trigger a shuffle. What the hell, bot? Okay, so what is down there? An encampment, plunder, some more bustling villages. Quite a few, actually. Encampment, plunder, 3 bustling villages? A charm, a province, and a copper? I guess rename bustling village. Nope. All right, what do we take now? Like, we could take crumbling castle, small castle. We could just take more mystics. It's all a little sad, as was foretold. I feel like I'd rather... Well, crumbling castle gives us silvers. We don't want silvers. I guess I'll take the mystics. Well, they do have a bustling village. Okay. All right, now we've played 1, 2. So wait, 1, 2. We've played 4 encampments. We have an encampment down there. We have a province. We have an altar, copper, a plunder, maybe another settlers or 2, another mystic. Too many different things. Slime settlers. We do now have encampments with no encampment keepers down there. That's annoying. Are we at all worried about the bot double provincing? For that matter, did we double province? 7. 13, 14. Yeah, we can. Okay, well then we definitely aren't worried about the bot double provincing. I guess we might as well take a duchy at this point. In theory, we should know what the 2 cards down here are. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. There were 2 settlers down there. It was probably both settlers, because I think I only played 3 last turn. Wait, I only had 3 blessing villages? Oh, alright. Well, whatever. Yeah, this is just pretty sad kingdom. We did actually manage to trash all of our copper. That's nice. The bot, I guess it did trash most of its copper. It didn't trash its necropolis, though. So it trashed 6 out of 10 starting cards, whereas I trashed 10 out of 10. And didn't get any further than that. I was kind of thinking eventually I'd trash the gold. But nope. And like also at some point, potentially, like trash Mystic to Mystic or whatever. It's just like, hey, it gets me a VP if I don't like need the money to hit something in particular. But I guess the game was never probably going to last that long. We got 26 VP chips though. That's pretty good. What was the province split? 4-4. We had a duchy and they had Humble Castle. So technically we didn't. Well, no, wait. Oh, because the band. Okay, yeah, we would have tied without the VP chip differential. Yeah, having more draw and more plunders was, I think, pretty good there. Having the second altar also obviously helped, but that was only like 4 of the VP chip difference. The other 8 was from the additional plunders and finding them more often. I do not understand why the bot had 6 overlords at all. Like, this is such a weak overlord board. I mean, it wouldn't be if like you agreed not to take encampments, but then like I don't know why you would do that. Yeah. So, well, there you have it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.